Hello, I'm BXToyCat and welcome back to Q&A Saturday. Q&A Saturday is a weekly series I run on my channel where I answer your questions about a variety of subjects, though we usually focus on the next big update for Minecraft Xbox and Minecraft PlayStation, which we are currently calling TU30, because TU29 is almost certainly going to be a bug fix. With that said, all of these questions come from last week's Q&A if you wonder where they're coming from, and if you want to ask any for next week's Q&A, please do leave them in the comments down below. That's where I pick these from. There are hundreds of comments every week, but I just pick 10 or so and go through them. And also, while you're down there anyway, please do like the video if you do like it, because it helps out the channel a lot and lets me know you do like it. Anyway, let's get straight into the video, shall we, with the first question, which comes in from Callum Candler, and this is a pretty good question because it, must come up a lot, but basically, hashtag Q&A. Toycat, how come we are so far behind the PC? Great vid. Thank you very much, by the way, but why are we so far behind the PC? So, this is something a lot of people always ask me, because, it kind of makes sense when you look at the PC and you're like, look at all those features they have that we don't. When's that happening? And, the simple answer to this one is we don't know exactly when we're catching up, but we are catching up at some speed, because if you think about when the Minecraft Xbox 360 first came out 3 years ago now, we were 5 updates behind the PC. It was on 1.6 and the PC was on 1.2, so off the full release that is. So there's 1.7, 1.8, 1.9, 1.0 and 1.1 in between the two updates. However, now you think we're on 1.6 with a little bit of 1.7 and the PC's on 1.8, so it's only, an update and a bit right now between the two versions, which, that's not as big as it's ever been. It's one of the smallest gaps, and although, this is a big update compared to those other updates, it still means they're making progress. It's not happening at an amazing pace. It will still probably take at least another year to catch up, but it's happening soon, and that's exciting. So the biggest, kind of indicator as to how fast it'll be happening will be of this next big update and how much is going to be in it, but we don't know, too much of that right now. Anyway, moving on from that, we're going to go into the second question here, which comes in from DJ Oslot HD, and this is a question you probably expect me to just dismiss and say, nah, it's probably not happening, but he asks, hashtag Q&A, Toycat, will we be getting shaders? And this is something that, for the most part, it comes in the categories of mods where it's like, oh yeah, probably not happening. However, shaders is actually a realistic possibility for Minecraft console, because at one of the future updates, they want to put shaders into the base game of Minecraft as like a graphic, upgrade, and as soon as it's in the base game for the PC, they're going to try and put it in the base game for the console. However, there might be the small catch of like either the 360 just doesn't have shaders, or to have shaders, you have to drop to 30 FPS, but I think, shaders on Minecraft console are definitely going to be a thing at some point. It's just we have to wait for the PC to do it, and then, wait for the, console to catch up to that PC update. But, in the next, let's just make up a time period, like 2-3 years, it is something that will happen. It's not going to be in the next update, however. Probably, anyway. I mean, there's always a chance. But yeah, the shaders are actually a realistic possibility. So that's your question answered right there. Let's move on to the next one, which comes in from XX_X Scorpion XX, which I think I recognize this person from another couple of comments. But he asks, hashtag Q&A, if the new biomes are introduced and I've only explored 50% of my map, so half of his map, let's say I save the game, explore the rest of the map, and discover a savanna biome, but I wanted a garden temple. Can I exit without saving, retry, and a new biome will appear? So the answer to this one is unfortunately no, it does not work that way. So basically, to kind of explain this one for those of you out there, like what did Toycat just say? So basically, when you have an unexplored area of your map, and then the biome, kind of system changes, when you explore the rest of that area, it will load in with the new biomes, like it would have done if you'd explored that new area, like from the seed from scratch. However, you'll get the same thing each and every time you load up the world and do it, because it's based on your seed. That's how it determines what's going to be there. So if you have half a 360 world loaded, then it's best to just leave it, because you might get savanna, mesa, water temples, etc. However, you're going to get the same thing each time, so there's a chance you just get like a birch forest on the whole thing. It's like, sad face. But you're probably going to get something good, but there is no way to change it, unfortunately, because it loads that from your seed. So yeah, that's your handy little piece of information, and yeah, that was a very big question. Let's move on to a slightly shorter question, which comes in from RCB Gamer, who asks, hashtag Q&A, will there ever be a free texture pack? So I can kind of sympathize people who don't like buying DLC for Minecraft. Like, I buy it for the channel and reviews and stuff, but sometimes, like, when I see a skin pack, which, usually I don't pick up, I'm like, skin packs, really? But yeah, with on the theme of texture packs, which admittedly are only £1 or like $1 or something, the free texture pack is still something a lot of people might want. There is actually a free texture pack almost every single year in Halloween, which is the Halloween texture pack. So it's actually one of the better texture packs, and if you want to pick it up on Halloween, then you can wait until that happens. That's only a month and something away now. So as well, besides that, we might be getting like an anniversary skin texture pack at some point, because we've had a few skin packs, or maybe there'll be something for some other festive event or some other big milestone. But yeah, Halloween texture pack is the free one that happens every year for 2 weeks, I believe. So yeah, definitely worth picking up this Halloween if you want a free texture pack. Moving on to the next question though, which comes in from Cray MC Freak 92. who asks, hashtag Q&A, what do you think is going to be added in TU30? So, I made my dream update video for TU30, and that's kind of my most ambitious thoughts. What do I realistically expect in TU30? You know, what do you figure out, what do you think, what do I think will come, basically? Basically, what I would expect is probably new biomes has to be on their list, like, because, you know, because of how many people thought it was coming last time, it's like probably their #1 requested feature right now, and I expect just honestly finishing up 1.7 with just some random 1.8 features. I don't know which 1.8 features. It might be a lot, it might be just one, it might just be like, oh, we're gonna add rabbits, or we're gonna add this one decorated block like the banners, or it might be a lot, it might be like, we're gonna make serious headway in 1.8, but realistically, I do just expect, you know, like 2 or 3 1.8 features, like let's say the slime block, the armor stands and the banners, just some simple stuff alongside new biomes and all the 1.7 features. That's what I expect. That's what I'm doing my feature previews based off, which means most of the stuff's already in that playlist, and it's definitely worth checking out if you want to learn about that. It's linked in the description, by the way, if you do want to know. But anyway, let's get into the next question, which comes in from Bobby Plays Minecraft, who asks, hashtag Q&A. By the way, you don't have to do that, like... Maybe people enjoy doing it, but I feel like because I answer so many questions with it, people think that you have to say hashtag Q&A. You don't have to. But anyway, he says hashtag Q&A. Why can PC and PE hold 20,000 players plus in a world and not lag? Yeah, when console lags of even 2 players. So the reason this works, just as a like if you want to have a troubleshoot your issues, because I've spoke in depth with the the guys who manage this whole thing, is basically on the PC and the Pocket Edition, you're connecting to a server. You're one of 20,000 people connecting to, like, just think of it as a mega computer, which is, you know, hosting all that stuff. And when it comes to, you know, a server like, you know, the Hypixels or the Lifeboats of 20,000, 40,000 people, they have hundreds of these massive mega computers to actually, you know, process all that information, make sure everything goes without a hitch. Whereas when you're playing on console, there is no servers, you're connecting to other people's consoles, and yeah, it's called peer-to-peer, and basically this is a good enough system to make things easy, just like you connect, you join, you're in that game. But the downside to it is if one of you has a bad connection anyway, that's bad. If you're playing a game with 5 people, if any one of you has a bad connection with any of the other 5 of you, it gives a bad connection to everyone, and I really don't like the way that works. I think that could probably be improved in netcode, but that is actually what the problem is. So that's why 8-player multiplayer is almost never going to work, and that's why presumably servers are coming in at some point. And like I mentioned, when I had this long conversation with Roger Carpenter, the guy who's lead producer on Minecraft Xbox, he was very, very, he didn't say it directly, but he made lots of hints at servers, so I'll just say that much. So let's move on to the next question, which comes in from John Jerry. That's an interesting name, but he says, no, there must be hidden stuff because of bug fix taking up 223 megabytes, or 33 megabytes. What? There must be hidden things. So I think I made this mistake of saying like it's a 200 megabyte bug fix. There's something in there. However, I have since learned, and I don't know if this is 100% confirmed, but I'm pretty sure on this one, that basically when any update comes out, a title update for a Minecraft, for any Xbox game, basically it combines all the previous updates together and just makes one mega one. So even if you're on TU27, you download the same update as a guy on TU28, and it basically means they don't have to make, like, because even though it means you download a bigger file, it means everyone's downloading the exact same file, and basically, yeah, you're downloading all 28 title updates in one. That's why every single time there's an update, it's always bigger than the previous one. They never shrink. There's never a 10 megabyte update, because they're always giving you all the updates at once. That's just how the Microsoft system works, and just in case you're curious. So, let's move on to the next question, which comes in from Lena Pham, who asks, hashtag Q&A. Did they fix that glitch when you have split screen in the Xbox One and you both log out in Minecraft, that the host keeps their stuff but the other player loses their stuff? So this might seem like a serious bug on Minecraft's behalf, but actually this is a bug on, like, well, it's not really a bug, but it's kind of an issue of the way Microsoft's thing works, because when you make a guest account, it's a temporary account that only exists so that guests can play temporarily. It's not meant for long-term saves and stuff, so they don't get their own save data, and that's why it gets deleted. If you want your secondary player to have stuff that saves, either make them put it in a chest and just make them lose the XP every time and stuff, or you can just make them have an account, and that way it fixes things. It's still the way Microsoft guest accounts work. So there, a handy little tip that might help out more than one of you. But anyway, let's move on to the next question. By the way, if you're wondering what's going on, like, I was trying to look for my strongholds, so I figured I'd just randomly dig down. It was like a 1 in 1,000 chance, but I got sad, so I started digging around. I didn't find anything, and now I'm stacking my way out of it. So, yeah, the next question here comes in from Taser YPL, who asks, hashtag Q&A, what's your favorite type of cat? this is the most important of questions ever. But basically, I have it's kind of a joint first between probably the Turkish van, or I think it might be called the Dutch van. It's called a something van cat, and it's a cat that, unlike most other cats where they kind of don't like water, it really loves water, and it gets sad if you don't put it in water, and it just like swims around, and it's a swimming cat. Swimming cats, that's gotta be one of my favorites. But also the savannah cat, like it really does just look like an ocelot, and I think it must be just an ocelot bred with a regular cat. But like they're so massive and kind of cute, and I just think that's gotta be second favorite here. So savannah cat and savannah cat and Turkish van kind of joint. I'll put there's probably pictures of them somewhere on the screen, and you're probably all awed out already. So while you're all in happy cat mood, I figure I'd ask for a like on the video because it helps out the channel a lot and lets me know you do like it. Share it if you really liked it, and subscribe if you're new around here. I make videos like this every single day on my channel, and if subscribed, you'll see them daily on your homepage. Thank you all for watching. And oh, there's one more question. Can you read this before the outro plays? Yes, I can. Goodbye.